Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a quick GT Online video for you guys, and I'm not going to have a money event guide this week because the money event for this week, let's face it, is just absolute garbage. It's terrible. It's better to use regular businesses and just do heists instead of actually trying to attempt the event this week. It's 3 times money on tiny racers and double on these armored trucks, which I'm going to show you guys the armored trucks here. And if you guys enjoy these videos, do drop a like. It does help me to make more content like this. I will actually have a larger GT Online video, a top 10 on the weekend. But anyways, the armored trucks were actually added as part of the newswire. Now, you guys remember these armored trucks were actually in GT Online from 2013 all the way up until 2015 when they were actually removed with the free mode events update. I remember these actually used to spawn at random locations on the street. Now they actually spawn at select locations. So right here on the screen, I actually have a map of the locations. The map is called gtaweb.eu, and this is a really good map, not just for the armored truck locations, but for so many other collectibles. I highly recommend you guys check them out. Special shout out to them in this video. Their link will be in the description, so make sure you guys check that map out. It's very helpful for finding a lot of stuff, especially like this. But anyways, now that we're moving on to the armored trucks, so there's 10 locations that the armored trucks will actually spawn at, and I will actually show you guys them right here on my end. The armored trucks spawn about every 10 to 15 minutes, and it doesn't matter what kind of lobby you're in. It could be a public lobby, it could be an invite-only session, it could be a friend session. So I visited all 10 of those locations the second that I connected in, and I did not have any armored trucks spawn, but it wasn't until like 10 to 15 minutes later that they started spawning. And once you actually hit an armored truck, then another one will eventually spawn at that location or possibly another location after another 10 to 15 minutes. And right now we can get about $50,000 from the armored trucks because the armored trucks are double money. So normally you'll be getting about $25,000. Kind of a weird amount to have in the armored truck because an armored truck would be carrying way more money. It would not be carrying, just 25 to 50 grand. This would be carrying hundreds of thousands of dollars, much more than this. The first location that it can possibly spawn in is Marietta Heights, and also to note, when these armored trucks do spawn, they're on the move, so make sure that you guys keep that in mind. But Marietta Heights is basically, it'll be pulling out of this area where Lester's former warehouse was for the contact missions. Because back in the day when we did the contact missions, we would deliver a lot of stuff to Lester's warehouse right there. Second location is actually at LSIA, and it's actually going to be on the highway ramp on the right side. Third location that actually can spawn in is it can spawn in that road right near the Union Depository. Fourth location where it can actually spawn is the casino, and you actually see I actually found an armored truck right here, but we're going to go back to that in a little bit. Fifth location that it can spawn in is right north of that Los Santos Customs in the city, so right 1 block north of it, it can sometimes spawn there. Sixth location that it can actually spawn in is actually this intersection right near the gun store on the left side of Los Santos. And then seventh location where you guys saw me hitting that armored truck earlier, it'll actually be spawning in Chumash right in this shopping plaza near the gun store, tattoo store, and clothing shop. Eighth location that it can spawn is in Sandy Shores. It's this road right up here, right near the convenience store, the arm wrestling, and the clothing store. Ninth location that it can spawn is in Grapeseed, and it can spawn right here, right next to this convenience store and arm wrestling location. And then the last location that I can actually spawn at is Paleto Bay. And it will actually spawn right here, right near the bank that you rob in the Paleto score in the single player. Okay, so now let's talk about the armored trucks themselves. So the armored trucks, and this is why I don't recommend you fly over the areas with jet if you're looking for them, like in this case. The armored trucks will be on the move the second they spawn at these locations. And what happens is they don't appear as a blue dot until a few seconds in. So you guys see, that's when the armored truck will appear as a blue dot. So basically, if this armored truck actually gets too far from you, it won't be a blue dot anymore, and it doesn't become a blue dot until a few seconds after. Now, you can drive these armored trucks. You can do that to try to get it away from into a better area, but it'll probably be better just to blow up in the back. Like here, the first time I saw the armored truck, I was experimenting a little bit with it. If you get the drivers out, you get them out by either blowing up the back door or by, shooting out the first driver, you will instantly get a 2-star 1 level. Doesn't matter where you are, you'll get that 2-star 1 level. And the thing about this is this 1 level will not go away until you either lose it or until you steal the money in the armored truck and you call Lester. Because if you guys see right here, I'm trying to call Lester during this, it's actually unavailable. It doesn't work. We will just use a sticky bomb here, and just blow open the back door, and we take it. 50 grand, but normally his payout would be 25, like I said earlier. And after that, once you actually get the money, you can call Lester. So that's what I would personally recommend doing, is just call Lester right after you get the money, and you can just get the cops off of you. Now, when it comes to looking for the armored trucks, even though we covered the locations, I personally don't recommend looking for them. And you're probably thinking, why? Why wouldn't I go look for them professional? They just came out. They're cool. They're armored trucks. It is a cool new feature. I will admit that. But the thing is, though, is if you're hoping to make a ton of money from this, you're really not going to make that much. Instead, you're actually probably going to be driven crazy trying to drive around the map or fly around the map looking for these armored trucks. What I personally recommend instead is just play the game as you normally play it. These armored trucks aren't going away anywhere. They're still going to be there. And as you're exploring the map, you see the armored truck, go for it. Steal the money there. But if you're just looking for the armored trucks themselves, don't expect to make that much money personally from it. But if you are actually hoping to check these locations, again, remember what I said, don't use a jet, because I flew around in a jet for 20 to 30 minutes, and I actually did not see the blue dots. The armored trucks probably actually did spawn below me, but they probably didn't appear until a few seconds after, and by that time I flew out of the area. Instead, use a helicopter like the Sparrow or the Buzzard, like I'm doing right here, because when you actually fly the helicopter around near one of these areas, it will actually automatically lock onto this. So once you get an automatic lock on, if it's on the ground, as long as you don't have cops, you will know the armored truck is there, like in this case. And you can get right behind the armored trucks, throw a sticky bomb, blow it up, you get the money out that way. Or what you could also do is you could EMP the armored truck. When you EMP the armored truck, it stops for a few seconds, and that way you can get a more accurate sticky bomb on the back of it. And there you go. Now, missiles will actually not work. I tried to do this with the Sparrow. I tried to actually shoot the back of the armored truck to see if I would actually blow open the doors of a helicopter. It does not work. And then by that time, the armored truck actually got away from me because my helicopter went down. So just use a sticky bomb, blow open the back doors, and to sum it up, only, go for these armored trucks when you see them right next to you. Don't look for them because you're gonna go crazy. I personally feel that this should have been a vehicle that just spawns just on any street, by any chance. I know that would have been probably a little bit more difficult programming, but I'm pretty certain that in 2013 I saw these armored trucks on so many different streets. So I think the location was a lot more randomly generated. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think of the armored trucks. If you guys enjoyed the video, do drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.